at their best, this is one of the best teams that a franchisee could come up to.
When you look at Aksar Patel, he's a bowling all-rounder. When you look at Marcus Stoinis, he's a batting all-rounder. So that number 7...
Pressure of getting into the Indian team back again, because KL Rahul has been performing well and he has been under a lot of criticism for his carelessness.
And IPL is back with the bang. What a delivery is gone, knocked him over. DJ Bravo style, and there's a lollipop catch for Jado. Russell Muscle goes big and out of the park. Guys, hello everybody and welcome back to Cricket Reborn, and welcome back once again. Well, this time we're back with another episode, and this time it's all about the Delhi Capitals, you know, a very potential team, and we've got our very own chief guest up here, and that is SOUNAK BANERJEE up here along with us. So SOUNAK, how are you, buddy? And what's up?
Fine, it's good to be back.
Yeah, absolutely, again. You know, and this time for Delhi Capitals, you know, led by Rishav-Ponting. Okay, so those who are new in the channel, let me tell all of you guys that here we discuss about the strengths and weaknesses of the teams, and also we discuss about the best potential 11 that a team can have. So yes, SOUNAK, so let's start off straight away, you know. But before that, guys, let me tell you, if you haven't yet subscribed this channel, make sure you do subscribe it, because there are a hell lot of new things that are going to come on your way.
Starting with Delhi Capitals, Delhi has always been a franchise that has always had brilliant players. Be it Sehwag, Gambhir, De Villiers, Peterson, Dilshan, David Warner, Andre Russell at times.
Yes.
So they have had brilliant players, but the team has never clicked as such. They haven't performed as a team. Even this year they have a brilliant team. Let's see how they pan out. Yeah,
absolutely. Very well said, SOUNAK. I absolutely agree with you. They also had the likes of Mahela Jayawardene and Moni Mokal, few good bowlers too. You know, Pat Cummins up there. But yes, as you mentioned, they didn't click well. So okay, so let's start off with the openers up here. You know, so who is your opener? They have got plenty of options. I see. You know, Ajinkya Rahane, Prithvi Shaw, Shikhar Dhawan, and they also had Jason Roy, but now he's not there. So who, according to you, is the opener?
Yeah, like picking Jason Roy at the end at the auction was a shock for us, all of us, because they had so many options as their openers. But I think they will stick with Dhawan and Shaw, the combination that went with last year, because right-hand, left-hand combination, first of all, both very attacking batsmen. Both now part of the Indian setup as well. Prithvi Shaw has played a lot of it, has played for India, so has an experience for playing for India. Rahane is a very good backup option for them for the opening spot. If something happens, touchwood it doesn't, but if it happens, they can fit in Rahane as well.
And even Marcus Stoinis can open the innings, as we saw in the BVL, you know, this year, and he was absolutely in peak form.
Yes, and one thing I would say about this team, that this is one of the teams that can play with 3 foreigners as well. Like if you see the squad depth of the Indian core, they have so many good Indian players that they can fit in just 3 foreigners and still have a very good team. Yeah, so Stoinis can be an option, but Stoinis in UAE might find it difficult against the spin. I don't see him starting any of the games, but yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, absolutely, you know, just like you, even I started off with Shikhar Dhawan and Prithvi Shaw as openers in my team. So yeah, let's move on to the middle order, you know. Who are the ones, you know, in the middle order for you? They've got enormous players. Shimron Hetmyer, Alex Carey can be there, you know, Jinx, then Shreyas Iyer, Rishabh Pant. So who's your man at number 3, 4 and 5?
Similar to KKR, this team also has a huge batting depth and a huge potential at the lower down the order as well. So at 3, I have for the timing, it's Ajinkya Rahane. At 4, I have Shimron Hetmyer. At 5, I have Shreyas Iyer. At 6, I have Rishabh Pant.
Okay, absolutely. Well, even I was analyzing the team, and even I went with a similar style, what I can say, you know. So I went with Ajinkya Rahane at number 3. At number 4, but at number 4 I went with Shreyas Iyer. I think he's a perfect number 4. As we saw, in India also, he's coming out to be very
That's
good
the
number
issue,
4.
Aljit. Yeah.
Yeah, and at number 5 we have got Shimron Hetmyer. But I think this position of number 3, 4, and 5 will be getting altered, according to situations. Because if they have got enough runs on the board, perhaps, and Rishav Pant perhaps can come early. And we can also see sometimes if there is as we know that Prithvi Shaw and Shikhar Dhawan are right and left combination. And if there is a right-hander batting on the crease, then perhaps it not be Shreyas Iyer. It can be Shimron Hetmyer or Rishabh Pant
who comes up. Yeah.
Yeah. So
keeping the left-hand right-hand combination, keeping the left-hand right-hand combination, I do feel that this can be an option for them. We have the likes of Jinx, who is a brilliant anchor role player, who can stay till the end and score a 60 or 40, 60 or 50, 70 or 40, that sort of player. Whereas if on the other side they have a Hetmyer, Iyer, and a Pant who can go all guns blazing, as you know.
Yeah. And Rishabh Pant, oh my goodness, so, I was looking at the net sessions, that
I think this can be the breakout year for Rishabh Pant again, because he has been brilliant in the last 3 seasons as well. But this season, he has that pressure of getting into the Indian team back again, because KL Rahul has been performing well and he has been under a lot of criticism for his carelessness. So a lot of pressure on him, but if he can perform the way he performs in IPL this year again, then the next World Cup, it might be his place in the keeping position. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. I do agree with you, Sounak. So now here let's talk about a position which has got a lot to debate. Number 7 of Delhi Capitals. Who is there at number 7 for you?
I have 3 options at the moment. 3 options left arm all-rounder. I have Kimo Paul, who is a West Indian all-rounder, who has done fairly well in the CPL, I believe. Even though he is a medium fast bowler, but he has done well. And there is a young guy called Lalit Yadav who has been going around the domestic circuit. He looks good. He can bowl and bat as well. So I believe they will start with Akshar Patel or Kimo Paul. I am keeping this as an or. I'm not sure whether they will play with the 3 foreigners. If they don't take Kimo Paul here, I don't see him fitting anywhere else. And they have still 3 foreigners to play. So if they fit in Kimo Paul, it won't be an issue because they have a foreigner spot for them. But Akshar Patel is a good viable option towards the end of the season, whereas Kimo Paul should be the first choice, I feel.
Yeah, even
Kimo Paul is my pick.
What I feel, is that I had confusion between 3 players. That is Kimo Paul, Daniel Sands, whom they have bought very recently in place of Chris Wokes, and the other one is Akshar Patel. But I went for Kimo Paul, and just because Daniel Sands, I think he's a good all-rounder. He bats well. He has got a good strike rate in batting. He's pretty good. Even in the
I believe he was the highest wicket taker in BBL.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that, but even I heard something like that. Daniel Sands is a very good bowler too, but we haven't seen him the subcontinents, and I think coming a player whenever he comes new in the subcontinent, it's always a burden for him. They always get a feeling of trouble, be it in the bowling or be it in the batting, and everyone is a Quinton de Kock in the end. Okay.
Yeah. We have all seen what has happened to Darcy Short, who played so well in the BBL, got selected for Rajasthan, and then he just absolutely collapsed here.
Yeah.
Yes, absolute flop. So we can't say if we judge on players on the BBL performance, it's not a good criteria to judge on, I believe. Yeah. He's a good player, no doubt. He's a good player. No criticism to him, but yeah. I believe not starting him would be a very wrong option.
Yeah, absolutely. So yes, let's go with the bowling option. They've got plenty of spinners. I see Akshar Patel, Amit Mishra, Ravichandran Ashwin has come in, and then Sandeep Lamishane from Nepal. So who are your spinners and who makes out your pace lineup for Delhi Capitals?
So I have to take 4 players. So they can either go with 3 spinners and 1 pacer, or they can go with two spinners and 2 pacers. So keeping it balanced, I'll take 2 spinners and 2 pacers at the moment. They might change it at the end of the season. So my 2 spinners should be. I know Amit Mishra is an IPL legend. He is an IPL legend, but I see him dropping out of this 11 due to Ravichandran Ashwin coming in. So my picks are Ravichandran Ashwin and Sandeep Lamichhane, because Sandeep Lamichhane is a similar kind of bowler to Amit Mishra, but Lamichhane has that edge, I believe. Over the age is a factor. He's 19-year-old and he's approaching 34, I believe. So and my 2 fast bowlers will be Kagiso Rabada, and just because it's UAE and slowing track, I would pick Mohit Sharma over Ishant Sharma.
Same goes for me. Absolutely same order that I picked. Sandeep Lamichhane, Ravichandran Ashwin, Mohit Sharma, and Kagiso Rabada, and the reasons that you say is all the same. So there's so much similar things coming out between both of us. Okay, and yes, as you mentioned about Sandeep Lamichhane, I really feel that he has got a capability to turn the game round the corner, and he judges the batsman's mind very well. We have seen being a youngster.
Absolutely. He's similar to Chahal. Have you seen, Chahal is a very smart cricketer. I feel like
Junior Chahal.
Lamichhane is it's very similar to Yuzvendra Chahal in his bowling style as well.
So about Mohit Sharma, as you mentioned, I thought that Ishant Sharma was in a good form, but he's in a good form in a different format, that is Test cricket. And why I left out Ishant Sharma?
Red ball.
Because it's been long that he's played white ball cricket, I think, in the international format. So Mohit Sharma, we have seen him slower. We have seen his slower ones at the back of the hand. I think it would be much beneficial. Just go and see how Mohit Sharma works, or else we have got the backup options. I think they can also have.
They have the ability to play 3 spinners.
Yeah. And what I thought, what I thought is, if things doesn't work good for them, I would perhaps prefer Anrik Nokia and Kagiso Rabada bowling from the end, and I would just drop out Timo Paul, get Akshar Patel or Harshal Patel, someone like them, and then at number 7, and I think the pace attack becomes much more heavier and looks stronger. Let's see how things goes on.
There are options, absolutely. There are options, Arijit. The team is so strong; it has so much depth in the bench as well that they can shuffle around and see what combination works for them. They have a brilliant coach in Ricky Ponting, who has been in the management for a long time now. So they can shuffle. They have Nogia, they have Stoinis, they have Sam. So they can shuffle around to see what works, because they have the depth and they have the liability to shuffle. Whereas many other teams, they don't have that. They can play with 3 spinners, 4 spinners, 2 pacers, 1 all-rounder, anything. They can shuffle and chop and decide. But that's what we say. That's it. Yeah.
So now let's just jump off to the strengths of Delhi Capitals. What, according to you, is the basic strength of Delhi Capitals?
As I just said, Arijit, the strength is the depth of the team. That the depth of the Indian core, the depth of the foreign management. They can play with 3 foreigners. They have the likes of Iyer, who has been very influential in the number 4 position for India. They have Rishav Pant, the prodigy of Indian cricket, who is going to be the big star. We all feel so. They have Shimran Hetmeyer. They have Shikhar Dhawan and Prithvi Shaw opening the batting. So the strong Indian core is a huge strength. A team which has a strong Indian core always tends to have a upper hand in the IPL. I've always felt that. And the bowling options, 2 leg spinners, they can play 2 leg spinners, they can play 1 leg spinner, 1 off spinner.
1 left arm off spinner.
Various strengths in this team.
Akshar.
1 left arm off spinner, absolutely, Arjit. They have 2 very quick bowlers in Nogia and Kagiso Rabada. They have the bowler Mohit Sharma, keyboard ball.
Avesh Khan. Even Avesh Khan is a quick fast bowler, and that is Indian fast bowler. So they've got plenty of options, as you say. And
yes.
So very well said, SOUNAK. I absolutely agree with you. And there's no point debating on this topic. Even I feel, but what I feel is that their main strength is their Indian lineup. Their Indian lineup, if they want, they can play all 11 players, all Indians, And I think they will fairly do good, in a tournament playing all of them. Because I see so much depth in the Indian batting, I don't see any other team, any other franchise, having such depth in Indian order. So I feel that that's a huge bonus for our Delhi Capitals.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely, Arjit. Like that's the biggest strength. The Indian core.
Now let's just discuss about the weakness of Delhi Capitals. We have seen Delhi Capitals hasn't made a way into the playoffs since a lot of times. But yes, in the last season they did make it to the playoffs. But will they be able to make it into the finals and lift the trophy? Do they have any weaknesses? Let's just discuss about it. What do you think?
In general, I don't see one, but the 7th position might turn out to be influential. So there are very good players to decide to whom to play at number 7 is going to be a big call. That if they get that decision right, this team might go all the way to win the title this season.
Absolutely. And what I feel is that you mentioned about the number 7, and yes, even I feel that is one of the side that one of the things they should look for. And what I feel is that they lack a all-rounder like Ben Stokes or Andre Russell, who is equally good in bowling and batting as well. Like Kimo Paul is an all-rounder, but he's slightly tilted towards a very good bowler. He's much of a bowling all-rounder. When you look at Akshar Patel, he's a bowling all-rounder. When you look at Marcus Stoinis, he's a batting all-rounder. So that number 7, and I think they don't have a good 6th option bowling, 6th option bowler. And I think, there happens in T20 cricket that many of the times...
Yes.
And I think that is one of the concerns that Delhi Capitals will be looking for.
Yes, if I look at the top order, since Rishav Pant, I don't see anyone bowling. No one can bowl. So all the lower down the orders, only they can just swing their arms. But top of the order, if you see Dhawan, Shaw, Rahane, Hetmeyer, Iyer or Pant, none of them bowl. That might be tricky for them. Yes, that's a very good point you have made.
Yeah, and what I felt,
one option might be difficult.
One thing they can do, to avoid this, and that is Shimron Hetmeyer if he doesn't perform well. And if by chance Marcus Stoinis performs well, he can add on to 2 or 3 overs at times. And then at number 7, I can have an Akshar Patel, someone like him, as an additional spinner, or perhaps a Harshal Patel. I think it will work. But it all depends on the form of each one of them. So it's a lot of equation going here and there.
Yes. Yeah. So the 6th, that's the position, Arjit. That's if they get that right and if it clicks, like if they take Kimo Paul at start the tournament with Kimo Paul and he clicks. If they take Akshar Patel and he clicks, whatever clicks, they should stick with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like they have to find someone who absolutely sticks to that position and does well. We have seen Akshar Patel bowl 4 overs. That's not an issue for them. He does bowl 4 overs day in, day out. Yeah. So they have the option to chop and change, but I don't think they will, because their top order is fixed, the bowling order is fixed. That's just one single position that they need to decide and just stick on it.
Yeah. So that's it, SOUNAK. In the end, I would love to hear from you. How far should Delhi Capitals be going? With this team, what do you feel?
With this team, I seriously feel they should go all the way. Like this is one of the strongest teams. Like if you compare them to Bangalore or KKR, they look very strong. Whereas if you see, they are almost parallel to Mumbai Indians in the standard of players they have. To be honest, they are very good. Like at their best, this is one of the best teams that a franchisee could come up with. To be honest.
Absolutely, and what I felt, I think they were lacking one thing, and that has been filtered out right now. And that is a backer for Kagiso Rabada. Yeah, in the death overs, Kagiso Rabada is absolutely brilliant, but now I think they've got Anrik Nokia, and even Kimo Paul can bowl good in death overs. Anrik Nokia coming in, I think that's a blessing in disguise, actually. Chris Wokes, and
yes, absolutely, yeah. Chris Wokes, even Chris Wokes' selection was very. It was a question mark for him. Why Chris Wokes? That too in India. Like I think they thought it for the 6th position. He would have been a very good player at 6th. Chris Wokes. If the team match would have been played in Firozshah Kotla or Delhi.
Yeah, absolutely.
If the matches would have been played in Delhi, he would have been a very good option. But since he's since
it's in UAE,
playing in UAE, yes, absolutely, Arijit. Yeah, that's the point. You have a very good point here.
So that's it, SOUNAK. So even what I feel is that I won't be surprised to see Delhi Capitals lifting up the trophy this year, and more or less I would be very much happy. I would be glad that a new champion is coming up. And this is a team.
Everyone wants to see a new champion.
Yeah, and what?
We are tired of CSK and Mumbai winning the title.
So thank you very much, each and everyone, for watching this conversation up here. There's many more to come, and yes, if you haven't yet subscribed my channel till now, guys, please do subscribe this, share this among your friends. There are many more to come. We will see many more of SOUNAK and Arijit together, and many more. And yes, if we haven't yet subscribed to SOUNAK's channel, which is of which the link is given in the description, do subscribe his channel. He's doing good. He's got an Instagram account. He's doing really, really good. And you can just follow him up there. Until then, see you soon, guys. Take care.